All right, Bulls fans, here we go. We are back. This is your 12U A2 Bulls taking on the Atlanta Ice Bandits. And my camera is super lopsided, and I did not realize that till just now. So let me see if I can fix that. Aha, mucho better. All right, so Bulls going to be in their white jerseys for this one. I'm your host, Justin Cole, here with my lovely wife, Lauren Cole. She always does such a good job for us. Thank you, Lauren. Go ahead and take a minute to thank our coaches. Head coach Josh Uptain, assistant coach Chris Brennan, and me, I guess. We also have, not pictured there, is Gus Federley, who helps us out on the bench while I do the filming stuff. So big thanks to Gus. Go ahead and hit you with our standings as of at least this morning. I got to update these, but Bulls sitting at the top of the leaderboard with, well, was 16 points, but we'll update this one. Important to note that some of the folks on the lower rankings might not be absolutely right because I have not factored in the games that were played today. So I'll get that updated, have it changed for tomorrow. So we got about a minute and 15 seconds left in this warm-up. We will be underway. We are ahead of schedule. Bulls coming off a big win against the Wild earlier this morning, or earlier today, 10-1. Wild came out swinging, but Bulls just did not back down. Wild put the first point up, and then 10 unanswered goals after that. Hey, Sean Sparks. That's right, release the beast. So if you do have access to the chat, want to drop us a line, post a Go Bulls, or give a player a shout out, by all means, feel free. We are here watching. We can see you, so appreciate everybody that joins in. All right, here's our buzzer. That sound means it's time to get this thing underway. You may notice in this game some line changes. I think Coach Josh wanted to experiment with a few different lines and see how this works out. So if I mess up on calling somebody's name, I'm just going to go ahead and apologize. Hey, Carol Carter Boyd. Thanks for watching. Let's go, Bulls. That's right. All right, so they're over there getting the last couple of words from Coach Josh. And we will see how this thing goes. 13-minute periods, minute and a half penalties. Coming out first for the Bulls, we're going to have the Dozer line. Remy, Nate, and checking in on the right wing will be Gus Federley instead of Will. Back on defense, we've got Big Ben, Lucas Bencomo, Lucas Colmajor, and in between the pipes, number 13, Elijah Cole. Here we go. Puck is dropped. Remy wins it with a tie-off, goes back to Big Ben. Big Ben settles it down, fires up for Gus, misses wide, but they're saying no icing. Pursuing in deep into Bandit territory. Bandits pass up. Going to exit the zone here, but Big Ben gets it on a stick and can't quite push it past the defender, but now he has it. Big Ben, nobody in front of him, so he's going to skate it up. Skates it in the zone, up to the point, taps it around for Nate Key. Nate making some moves, opening up some space, feeds Gus Federley at the blue line. Gus lofts a bomb and it just barely misses. Blocker to side by the goalie. Bandits clear the zone. Colemager gets it, circles back, looks for his defensive partner, passes up to Big Ben. It hits the referee's skates up to Gus. Gus, Remy, and Nate enter the zone together. Gus goes across for Nate. Nate rims it around. Remy with the pressure. Bandits trying to clear this one again. They're going to flip this one up, but it hits the referee, and Big Ben's going to be right there. Big Ben skates it in, moves past one, moves past two. Big Ben gets caught up in the traffic, but backhands one at the net. They didn't see that one at all. Goes back to Colemager at the blue line. Colemager skates it in deeper, dumps it in. Up on the near side boards, it gets back to Lucas. Lucas fires a bullet, and it's up and into the net, blocker to side by the goalie. .11:16 left in the first. Still tied up at 0. Jack's line checks in. It's Jack, Ethan, and Caleb on offense. Back on defense, we've got Fisher and Parker Allen. Bandits rim it around. Parker steps up for the challenge. Over to Jack now from the point. Jack tries to shoot it, but didn't quite get all of that one, and it takes a weird stuttery hop in front of the goalie as the Bandits clear it out. Fisher's got to drop way back. No icing. Fisher assessing his options. Goes across the center of the ice looking for Caleb. Caleb gets to it. Caleb gets picked by a Bandit player. Back to Parker. Parker's got space, so he skates in. Parker Allen making a couple of moves in the zone. Goes over the goalie's shoulder, and Parker Allen scores first blood. Parker Allen with the score. He had the space, and he took it. Very nice job. Fun fact, Parker scored off of an opposing team's skate off the last game. It was amazing. All right, Keegan's line is checking in. Will Federley at right wing. Sasha Dedu at left wing. Goes back to Will. Will skates in the zone. Will makes a couple miss right in front of the goalie. Will trying to take it to the house. Goalie collapses on the puck, and they blow the whistle. Very nice stop by the Bandits goalie as they let the Will of Wall Street off the chain, and Mr. Business took it in. Keegan wins the face-off over to Will. Will goes back to his defenseman, Jude. Jude winds up and fires one at the net, bounces through traffic, and Sasha's going to have to dig it out of the near side corner. Sasha sends it back to his defense. Can't quite connect. Bay's going to have to drop back and gets it. She goes up against the far side boards for Will. Will pushes in the zone, goes past one, gets tied up. It gets to Keegan. Keegan moves through traffic. Keegan making a few miss. Good pressure there by the Bandits, causes a turnover. Bulls send one right through the crease. Nothing doing. It gets over to Will. Will circling, lining up, trying to get a shooting lane. Can't quite connect with it, though, and it goes behind the net. Keegan takes a shot from behind the net, and it goes very wide. Sasha with the forecheck, slows it down. It gets back to Bay. Bay goes to her defensive partner. Jude goes back to Bay, slowing this one down, giving the offense time to set up. Bay skates forward, tips it up to Keegan. Keegan to Sasha. Sasha runs into the defenders, and now it's going back to our defense again. Gets over to Colton. Colton over to Sasha. Sasha skates it in the zone. Keegan coming in to help out. Keegan has it on a stick now. Over to Sasha. Sasha back to Keegan. Keegan's right there. Tries to tuck it in, but the goalie stuffed him. Keegan making moves again. Keegan trying to get it in there. Nothing doing. Colton skates up, puts a stick on it. Goes wide right of the net. This one's going to get back to the Bandits, and they just barely managed to get it out of the zone. Now they're on a breakaway. Here comes Elijah Cole with the stick play, and Bulls clear this one out. Up to Keegan Brennan, who's on the rush now. Keegan's got room to work, and this is where he's most dangerous. A shot batted down and covered by the Bandits goalie. We'll have a face-off here. 8:19 left in the first. Bandits win this face-off. They use the far side boards, but Remy gets in there and puts a stick on it. Back to Gus. Gus rims it around looking for Nate. Got a pile up there in the corner. Remy's harassing the guy exiting the zone. It's going to get back to the defense. Up to Nate Key. Nate can't keep a handle on it. And the Bandits pick up the puck and enter the Bulls zone. But Remy Uptain on the back check right there. Not going to let him get away with it easy. Rims it around looking for Cole Major. Cole Major uses the boards and pushes up. Nate Key's going to come in now, take over. Nate's in the zone. He's got Gus with him and Cole Major. Gus can't catch up to that one. It gets in the near side corner. Gus skates wide. Gus, oh, the forecheck got him there. Another breakaway, but Fisher Renicky helping his goalie out, getting back there and stopping the breakaway. They're going to rim this one around. Looking for Cole Major now. Bandits come away with it, take a shot. Elijah dives on it and just freezes that one. Probably a wise play to just stop that one. We looked a little discombobulated on that last defensive play. Full line change for the Bulls. We got the hustle line coming out. Jack, Caleb, and Ethan. Back on defense, we have Bay Thomas and Parker Allen. Jack wins his faceoff, pushes forward. Now Ethan touches it. Ethan on the rush. Ethan battling against the near side boards here. Bandits come away with it. They're going to try to clear the zone, but not before Bay puts a stick on it. Slows them down. Caleb now with the pickpocket. Oh, they got tied up. Caleb loses his feet now. Bandits in the zone. Parker Allen puts a stick on it. Bay's there going up against the far side boards. Here comes Caleb in to help out. That one hits Parker in the shins. Bandits on the rush now. Bulls kind of playing back on their heels a little bit. Parker looking at his options. Nobody's really pressuring, so he's going to skate a little bit. Now he sends it up to Caleb. Caleb enters the zone. He's got Jack on his left. Tries for the touch pass over to Ethan. Can't quite connect, so now Caleb's trying to create some space. Taps it over to Ethan. Ethan hits Parker right at the point, but Parker cannot get a good shot off as the Bandits come in and put a stick on it. Bandits defense trying to work to clear the zone now. It was picked up by Ethan, but they're going to call a slash on whom? Looks like they got Jack for the slash. So Jack will take a seat for a second. Minute and a half to be exact. Your Bulls will be on a penalty kill. Coming out for the PK is Sasha, Keegan, Big Ben, and Colton. Bulls push this one forward right through the defensive pressure. Now Keegan's on the rush. Goes through the feet of a defender. Keegan, all out there by his lonesome, tries to tuck it around the goalie, but that goalie got wide. Keegan settling down in the corner. Goes back to his defense. Colton has it. Colton lines up a shot. Sticked aside by one of the Bandit defenders. Keegan has it again. Keegan moving in. Taps it around. Goes behind the net. Backhands it up for Sasha. Sasha trying to line up a shot, but just too many defenders right there in the low slot. Back to Big Ben now. Sorry, back up to Sasha. And then it went to Big Ben. Big Ben to Colton. Colton going to use the near side boards to go for Sasha. Sasha, does not skate in the zone, and that's an offsides. He made one too many dekes, and I think Keegan got a little ahead of him there. Bulls are going to take a line change here. Remy Uptain, Nate Key coming out. Back on defense, we've got Lucas Colmajor and Fisher Renicky. Remy wins this one, uses his body to screen it. It gets back to Colmajor now. Colmajor's going to go up the boards. That's going to be an icing. No icing. Okay. Remy putting a little pressure there. Remy with the steal now. and stops him cold in the neutral zone. Cole Major steps up with a challenge. Cole Major's in the zone, but a stick of a defender gets on it, and this one's going to clear. Cole Major kept it from being offsides. Remy fires over to Nate. Nate settling it down. Moving through, makes one miss. Skates into the center. Nate takes a shot at the net. It goes between the goalie's legs, but he managed to sit right on top of that one. Great shot by Nate Key. 4:31 left in the first. Bulls up by 1. Remy's full line checks in now. Remy, Nate, and Gus. Back on defense, Bay and Parker. They win it over to Gus. Gus spins and fires from the low slot. Hits a defender. And defense pinches on the rush, but they're going to get Parker for a trip here. And that's a good call. So Bulls go back on the PK. Checking in for the offense, we're going to have Caleb and Ethan. Back on defense, we've got Big Ben and Bay. Ethan wins this one back to Big Ben. Big Ben settles it down, looking for his passing options. There's no pressure, so he goes wide for Caleb with a bullet. Now it goes over to Ethan. Ethan on the rush up the far side boards. Ethan's in the zone now. Tries to tip it back for Caleb, but it's intercepted. Back to Bay Thomas now. Bay's looking. She goes wide. Can't quite connect with Big Ben. Ethan gets a stick on it, but the Bandits still have possession. They're pushing into the zone now. Caleb pressuring against the far side boards, and now we've got a turnover. Bulls trying to come away with this one. Big Ben puts the wood to that one. Still doesn't clear all the way out. Now Bay's there looking for Caleb, but Caleb lost his feet. Bandits skate in, trying to wrap around now, but Bay puts a stick on it, and it just kind of scoots over to Elijah, and he throws the glove on it, wisely freezing that play. Full line change for the Bulls. We've got Fisher and Colton back on defense now. Colton sporting that big A on his chest. Out for the offense, we've got Will and Keegan. Keegan wins this one forward, pushes right past the defender. Keegan up the near side boards now on the rush. Keegan's got a whole lot of space here, and Keegan puts that one away. Keegan puts the biscuit in the basket. I think Coach Josh has started calling this line the shorty line because, one, they're all like fairly the shortest kids on the team, but they also score a lot of short-handed goals. So. All right, same line's going to stay out. We got Keegan, Will, Fisher, and Colton. Bandits win this one forward, but Keegan immediately steals. Dekes around 1, Dekes around 2, takes a shot. Goalie kicks that one aside. Bandits looking to clear the zone here. Fisher's dropping back. All the defense dropping back now. Fisher with the stick, slowing that one down, giving everybody a chance to get back. Great job on defense there. Bandits put it in the near side corner, picked up by Fisher. He retreats behind our net. Up to Will Federley. Bulls have cleared the penalty now, back at full strength. Colton gets it on a stick, goes up for Will. This one clears the zone now, and they're going to be offsides. That was offsides. No call. All right. Behind our net, Fisher has it. Fisher hits Will right at the point. Will's got Sasha with him. Looks like a stick from a defender caused that to go through Will's feet, but Keegan comes in right behind him to help out. Keegan has it again, takes a shot right over the goalie's shoulder. And Keegan Brennan puts number 3 up for the Bulls. Remy's line checks in. Remy, Nate, Gus. Back on defense, we've got Big Ben and Lucas Cole Major. Puck is dropped. Bandits win it. They send it right into the Bulls zone between the defense, and it's going to drop right behind the net. Big Ben gets back there. He picks it up, uses the far side boards. looking for Gus, but can't connect. He gets his own pass back up to Remy now. Remy's on the rush. He's got Nate Key with him. Remy takes a shot at the net, stick aside by the goalie. Nate Key picks it up in the near side corner, uses his body to screen. He goes back to Big Ben. Big Ben tries to put that missile on the net, but the little number 10 there made a stand, and number 20, I'm sorry. And, I mean, hats off to number 20. That kid crawled up Big Ben and took the puck away from him. Remy has it now, looking for an outlet pass, trying to send it up to Gus. Cole Major comes in and taps it up for Gus. Gus is in the zone now. Back to Cole Major. Cole Major fires, but it hits Nate Key in the back. Nate spins. Nate passes back to Big Ben. Big Ben lines up and fires. And that one went down and in the net. Big Ben with the score. Very nice on that pass back to the defense. And it looked like one of their defenders might have actually knocked that down between the goalie's legs. Jack out for his line. He pushes forward, but immediately runs into opposition. Ethan gets bodied off the puck. Jack's in the zone, but Bulls just can't quite hang on to this one. And now it gets back to Bay. Bay goes wide for Caleb. Caleb can't hook up. Caleb trying desperately to wrangle this one in. Jack's got to get back on sides. He does. Now Caleb's in the zone. Up against the far side boards. He's getting stick lifted and bodied. Ethan takes a shot and just sneaks past the goalie's glove side. Ethan Buck with the sniper. .31 seconds left in the first. Jack pushes forward, met with opposition. Parker throws it in. It's going to go in in the near side corner in the Bandit zone. Bandits recover. They're going to rim it around looking for their defender on that side. Nothing doing. Caleb Doro goes back to Bay Thomas. Bay Thomas lines up, shoots at the net, almost batted in by Ethan Buck. Back to Parker this time. Parker takes a shot. Scrum in front of the net. They need to blow that whistle. A lot of after whistle activities here. Yeah, it should have been a little bit of a quicker whistle there. We got a tripping on and a roughing. So it's a double minor. Yeah, we'll fix that. So that was the period. So we'll start the next period on a penalty kill. I'm not sure exactly what we'll see yet. So we'll take a quick break. Be right back with y'all. So I think they got Jack for a double minor. If I read all the hand signals correctly, it looks like we're going to have Lucas Colmajor serving the second penalty there. It's not really on him, but I'll put his number up there just so y'all can see that there's two. So Bulls should be 5-on-3. if I'm seeing this correctly. And we've traded out goalies. Graham Stephen is in net now, so Graham will be pulling up Tindy duty for us on this one. It looks like Jack may have gotten a major or 2 and 10 for that. So here we go, starting the second period. Bulls on a penalty kill. Keegan's line is in here. Keegan with the forward pressure now creates a turnover in the Bandit zone. Keegan trying to fight this one off, but Bandits clear the zone. Back to Bay Thomas. Bay settles it down, goes up for Keegan on the far side. Keegan pressuring against the boards. Sasha trying to close that one off. Bay holds the blue line and fires one right at the low slot. Keegan's there with the forecheck, trying to make something happen for the Bulls. Keegan has it, skates behind the net, goes for the wraparound, gets it to Sasha right in the low slot, but a stick from a defender disrupts that play. Bandits on the rush now. Stick from Bay causes a turnover there. Nice challenge in the Bulls zone there. And Bandits pick this one up. Oh, Keegan Brennan with the checkup now. Sasha fires one at net. Stopped by the Bandits goalie. .22 seconds left on the PK. And I imagine Jack is staying in the box. Yeah, it looks like they put both of them in the box for a 10, maybe a 5, I don't know. Bulls win the faceoff into the near side corner. Gus Federley battling with his guy. And they're going to get Gus for an elbow. So your Bulls are going to have a 5-on-3 disadvantage for 12 seconds. 10 seconds. Excuse me. Remy wins the faceoff, bodies the guy off the puck, tries to clear the zone, can't quite do it though. Bandits hit it right to the point, and Graham comes away with a huge stop there as Bulls kill one of the penalties. Coming in is Nate Key for the Bulls. They fire one at the low slot, and Colton Pennington with the diving save there to keep them from putting a shot on net. Now Remy has it. Remy trying to battle through traffic. Big Ben pushing through, and he's going to get this one out and down the ice, and I don't know if it has enough on it for icing because I can't see it. No icing. Bandits lose their feet as Colton comes in on the rush. Colton trying to apply some pressure there as the Bulls need to kill another penalty for 40 seconds. Nate Key has it on a stick. Nate moving through traffic, intercepted by a Bandit. Remy up to Nate. Nate's going to field it behind the net. Remy comes in to help him out. Back on Nate's stick. He goes back to his defense. Big Ben winds up for another one. Hits a defender. And I know that left a bruise. Bandits going to clear the zone on this one, though. Into neutral zone. Colton Pennington puts a stick on it and causes this turnover. Back to Big Ben. Big Ben working it up the near side boards. He goes to Nate Key in the center. Nate Key in the zone. Nate can't get past all the defenders, though. And it's going to go back to the Bandits. Big Ben stops this one at the blue line. Takes a shot. And Gus Federley cleans it up! And the signature flamingo. Gus loses his feet. There we go. Big shot from Big Ben. And Gus was in the right place at the right time like he usually is to clean that one up. 9:58 left to play in the second. The hustle line checks in. Back on defense, we've got Jude Cody and Fisher Renicky. Jack tries to push this one forward, but the center for the Bandits did a really good job. Caleb picks it up, though. He's in the zone. Caleb working through. Defenders crowd in the low slot. They go back to their defense. Fisher has it. Fisher looking, assessing his options. Finally, some pressure. He sends it up for Ethan Buck. Ethan Buck backhands it in the corner for Caleb Doro. Caleb making a couple miss. They put a stick on it, but in comes Ethan. He goes across for Jack. Jack back to Cody. Jude goes over to Caleb. Caleb can't settle that pass down, though. Now he has it. Goes back to Fisher. Fisher up to Ethan. Ethan backhands it up to Caleb. Caleb makes one miss. Jack loses his feet in the low slot. Tries for the touch pass over to Ethan as Ethan's coming in for support. Nothing doing. Caleb picks it up. Gets it over to Jack. Jack overskates it a little bit, and the Bandits try to clear. Fisher bats it in, but nobody's in the slot. Jack flying across there, trying to make something happen, but this one does clear the zone. Jude drops back. He goes across for Ethan Buck. Ethan skating up. Little number 20 tried to body him, and it didn't quite work, but Ethan did lose his feet, so I guess maybe it did. 20 back on the rush now, and Ethan comes in and clobbers him, and like, you can't do that. I know the kid hit him a second ago, but that don't work. When you're 3 times the size of the kid, they're going to call you every time. So Ethan goes in the box. And your Bulls will go back on a penalty kill here. Out for the Bulls, we got Sasha and Keegan on offense. Back on defense, Lucas Colmajor and Parker. Keegan wins this one and presses forward immediately. Tries to go through the legs of a defender, but they stopped him cold. They're going to throw it in the near side corner, and Parker Allen's going to try to clear this one out. Up to Sasha. It does get out of the zone. Probably should have been an offsides there. No call. Back to Parker. Parker goes wide looking for Sasha. Sasha tips it forward, and it's into the Bandit zone. Bandits dropping back. Bandits fire it up to a winger at the red line, and Parker with the challenge slows them down. They take a shot on Graham. Nothing doing. Picked up by Colmajor. He's behind our net. Colmajor battling with one. Colmajor now skating it out of the zone. He's in the neutral zone. Goes across, or tried to go across, but fanned on the pass. Now he's in. Colmajor takes a shot. Kicked aside by the goalie. Tries to center one for Keegan. Can't quite hook up there. Sasha's dropping back to cover that defensive position, though. Bandits trying to clear the zone. Colmajor skates up as nobody's attacking the puck now, and tries to tuck it in on the goalie's right side, but can't get it in there. Goalie's got the pipe sealed up pretty well. They're going to clear this one down. Parker's the only guy back on defense, and here goes the rush. Parker's got to turn the Jets on. He gets it first, uses his body to shield the puck, and skates around. Parker's on the rush now. Tried to hit Sasha in space, but nothing doing. That probably should be an icing. No call. Will has it on his stick now. Skates around. Will showing crazy speed. Goes for a shot, but it hits the skate of a defender. Keegan Brennan in there now. Keegan moving in. Keegan tried to do the drop pass, or the drop shot. Nothing doing. Bay has it. Bay trying to put it in deeper. Bulls got to step up and challenge the blue line. There we go. Colmajor fires it in. Gets it to Sasha. Sasha tries to backhand it for Keegan. Sasha takes a shot, and the goalie swallows that one up. Very nice block by the goalie. Bulls will take a line change here. The Dozer line's coming out. Remy Uptain with Nate and Gus with him. Back on defense, Big Ben and Bay Thomas. Remy wins it over to Nate. Nate goes back to Big Ben. Big Ben lines up and fires. Shot deflected down by the goalie. It's still loose, though. Gus was right there trying to clean up and get him another one. Back to Bay. Bay settling it down, takes a shot. It takes a weird bounce right in the center and hits the skate of a defender. Back to Bay. Bay's going to go in the near side corner, looking for Remy. Back to Bay again. Bay sends this one in deep. Gus is there. Bandits rim it around, but it gets right back to Big Ben. Big Ben goes up to Nate. Nate gets it on his stick and circles around, makes one miss, makes two miss. Nate gets pinched. And Remy tries to follow up with a shot, but kicked aside by the goalie. Nate Key pinned against the boards again. Remy comes in. Remy battling through. They're going to get Remy for that one. Probably should have. Gus Federley has it on his stick. Gus working through traffic. Can't quite beat the defenders, and it gets back to Cole Major. Cole Major settling it down, assessing his options. He goes up for Nate, but misses, and that's going to be an icing. It should have been an icing. Gus gets back there first, spins, fires for Nate. Can't get there. And took kind of a lazy roll through the high slot, and Big Ben's working it in the zone now. Bandits immediately clear, back to the Bulls. Bay Thomas is way deep playing defense. She goes wide looking for Nate. Nate skates around one, skates around two. Sends it in deep for Gus. Gus gets it in the corner. Tries for the pass, but the skate of a defender causes a turnover. On the rush now. They flip this one at Graham. Graham just sticks it aside. Up to Ethan Buck now. Ethan's going to skate wide. Goes up against the boards. They try to pinch him, but again, Ethan just skates around him. Takes a shot. Blockered aside by the goalie. Fisher stops this one at the blue line. Hits Caleb. Caleb wheels. Fires wide right. And the goalie's going to actually snatch that one out of the air and stop this one. 3:50 left in the second period. All right, out for the Bulls now. Colton's going to take the face-off. He's got Caleb and Ethan with him. Jude and Fisher back on defense. Jude steps up, keeps this one in the zone for the Bulls. Pennington trying to get a handle on it. A lot of forward pressure there. He sends it over for Ethan. Ethan picks it up on the far side boards. Ethan loses his feet, and it looks like they're going to get the Bandits maybe this time. Maybe? Yeah, for a trip. That's number 26 going in the box. So your Bulls go on their first power play of the game. Out for the Bulls. We've got Keegan, Will, and Sasha. Back on defense, we've got Cole Major and Parker Allen. Will tried for a backhand shot, a backhand pass to the low slot, but too many sticks from defenders. Cole Major is going to skate this one in. He's got a lot of space. Makes one miss, makes two miss, goes across for Keegan, and Keegan can't connect on the one-timer. It was on his backhand. Sasha gets pushed down on the boards. Keegan gets it. Keegan trying to move through space, makes a couple miss, wraps around behind the net. Sasha has it on his stick. Sasha sends it around, gets held. Bulls send it back around. It gets to Parker. Parker skates up and deeper in the offensive zone. Backhands one to the center. It gets to Keegan. Keegan's shot gets blocked aside by the goalie. Keegan has it now. Keegan, intercepted by number 27. Keegan gets right back in it, though. Keegan's not going to let him have it easy. Keegan centers one for Sasha, misses through the middle. Parker steps up. Parker centers one for Sasha, batted aside by a defender. Over to Will now. Will spins, skates it in, behind their net, trying for the wraparound. Can't quite connect with his offenseman in the low slot, though. This one's going to get back to Cole Major. Cole Major sticks it aside for Will. Will skates it back in deep, takes a shot, and swallowed up by the Bandits goalie. All right, checking in for the Bulls. We've got the Dozer line. Back on defense, Bay and Big Ben. Remy wins the faceoff over to Gus. Gus tries to power through that low slot, but too many defenders crowding it. Remy over here on the near side board. Centers one for Gus. Gus's shot barely rolls by the net as the goalie swatted it. Big Ben throwing a bullet wide of the net over to Nate Key. Nate makes one miss, skates it in, goes for Gus, but intercepted. Gus with the back check, causes a turnover here now. Tries to fire it back at the Bandits, but they're still on the rush. Nate Key turns it over to Gus. Back to Remy. Remy still trying to fight through traffic. Now Big Ben has it. Nobody's getting in his way. Big Ben right through traffic. Takes a shot wide of the net. Gets back to Nate. Nate drags around one. Fires a wide shot for Gus. Gus takes a big cross check in the back, but gets right back up. Over to Ben Como. Big Ben takes a shot, and they dive to kick that one aside. I would not want to be that kid. Back to Remy Uptain now. Remy's going to fire it in deep, looking for Nate on that far side. Nate goes back to Big Ben. Big Ben fires a bullet in there, and it hits a defender. Nate's not going to let this one clear out. Nate getting over there and putting a stick on it, but the Bandits get this one into the neutral zone. Bay Thomas settles it down. Nate goes around one. Nate tries to go around two, but loses his feet. And they throw this one deep in the zone. Big Ben's going to get back there first. Maybe. Nope. Graham sticked it up, and Bay Thomas comes in to help her goalie out, and she managed to keep that one from being a point. Big Ben has it behind the net. Loses his feet. They take a shot. Graham seals the pipe, just pulls that one in and freezes it. As time expires in the second. Very nicely done by that whole line. So we'll take a quick break as everybody gets a word from the coach, and we'll be right back. All right, here we go. Back for the third. Elijah Cole checking in for goalie. Out for the offense, we'll have the hustle line, Jack, Ethan, and Caleb. Jack wins it forward, but immediately met by opposition. Bandits on the rush. Fisher puts a stick on it, starts to disrupt that when they take a shot on Elijah, but it's kicked aside. Defense clears this one out, and Jack's on the rush now. Jack Hooper in the zone, takes a shot, batted down by the goalie. Nice play by Jack, though. Put them back on their heels a little bit. They send an outlet pass up. Fisher's there, though. Fisher puts a stick on it before they can take a good shot, and Elijah kicks that one aside. Cody circles around. He goes up for Caleb. Caleb tosses one up for Ethan. Ethan can't get a handle on it, though, and manages to kick it to himself. He's in the zone, up against the near side boards in the corner. Going to use his body to screen the puck. Ethan skating around, sends it back to Fisher. Fisher lines up, fires, and it hits the skate up to Ethan. Ethan fires, and that one almost in the net. The goalie lost his stick. We got a couple of Bulls that collided out here. And Fisher's got to get in there to help out, slow this play down. He does. Bandits in the zone. They try to send one on net. Fisher sticks it aside, and then Elijah finishes it up, sends it in the corner. Bulls looking a little flat right now. Fisher's going to skate forward. That's a good decision. Here's nobody challenging him. Fisher skates in the zone now. Fisher goes wide. Backhands one at the net, but it's kicked aside by the goalie. Goalie had that pipe sealed pretty well. Remy Uptain dropping back on defense now. Remy's going to fire one up, looking for Ethan Buck. Ethan's intercepted, but it's back to Remy. Remy to Ethan. Ethan looking for Caleb. Caleb took a shot, but the goalie swallowed that one up. Nice stop. All right, the shorty line checks in. Keegan, Sasha, and we got Big Ben up as a winger. Here we go. Big Ben stopping that outlet pass on the boards. Over to Keegan now. Keegan skates in, takes a shot, kicked aside by the goalie. Sasha posted up right in the low slot. Keegan using his body to shield this puck. Back to Sasha. Sasha spins, fires, almost in on the near side post. Big Ben back there battling. They're going to try to clear this one out, but it gets back to Remy Uptain. Remy firing up the boards for Big Ben. Gets to the Bandits. Keegan's going to get to it in the near side corner. Keegan moving through traffic. Keegan making a few miss. Tries a touch pass up to Big Ben, but it can't get through the traffic, and they're on the rush now. Bandits in the zone. Will Federley's back. They take a shot, easily sticked aside by Elijah. This one's going to hit Will in the low slot. Will up to Keegan. Keegan on the rush now. Keegan tries to take a shot, but the goalie comes out with a huge challenge. Big stop by that Bandits goalie. Keegan tried for the wraparound, and man, hats off to number 81 in net. That kid stood on his head. Great job. Really, really nice stop there. And we do have a running clock. Pennington takes the faceoff, sends it back to Gus Federley. Gus chips it forward, looking for Bay, who's playing wing now. Bay rims it around, looking for Parker up on wing. Colton behind the net. Bandits put a stick on it now. Here comes Bay. She tries to center one for Parker. Nothing doing. Nate Key back on defense. Gets past his stick and back to Gus Federley. Gus overskates it a little bit. Oh no, and we have a breakaway here. They take a shot on Elijah, and he blockers it aside. Elijah Cole pulling the stick out there, trying to keep this one from out in front of the net. Finally, Nate Key gets it on a stick, passes it up, looking for Bay. Bay kicks it to herself, and she's on the rush now. Bay goes wide, rims it around looking for Parker. It gets over to Remy. Gus. That's Gus. Gus to Parker. Parker gets intercepted, and the Bandits are trying to clear this one, but Parker gets it back. Centers one for Pennington, but it gets just bumped a little bit past him, and now Nate's got a back check. Nate moves through traffic. Oh, that's offsides and a trip. But it was offsides first, so. We know. Get some extra commentary from all the parents. All right, here we go. Out for the Bulls. Fisher's at center. He's got Jude and Cole Major on his right. Jude goes across for Cole Major. Cannot quite get to him, though. They're going to go back to Caleb, who's back on defense. Caleb goes across for Ethan. Ethan can't. Fisher was offsides, and everybody's screaming at him to get onside. Ethan retreats back into our zone, hits Caleb on the far side boards. Caleb skates it up now. Caleb overskates a little bit, and Fisher's way offsides. But poor kid plays defense most of the time, so you can't fault him for that. I mean, he plays in our zone a lot, so that's okay. All right. We've got Jack for the face-off. We've got Sasha and Keegan with him. Back on defense, Will and Remy. Jack wins it forward, skates through everybody on the team, and Jack goes to get his own pass. One-timer for Sasha, but he fans on it. Will rims it around, looking for Jack. Jack back to Keegan. Keegan takes a shot, and they called that a goal. That's one for Keegan, and that's a hat trick for Keegan. 6:18 left to play. Jack for the face-off. Sasha on his left, Big Ben on his right. Will and Remy back on defense. Big Ben has it on a stick now as Jack won the face-off over to him. Skates it in the zone, but loses possession. Bandit's going to rim it around, and Will's going to step up to make this play. Bandits intercept behind the net. They're going to try to regroup here. Will dumps it in deep, but intercepted by the Bandits. They're rushing out now. Will dropping back on defense. Big Ben comes in and puts a stick on it, slowing them down just a little bit. They try for a cross-ice pass, but Remy Uptain says, not today, not on my goalie. And here comes Big Ben up the far side boards. He sends this one up looking for either Jack or Sasha, somebody. He gets between the referee's skates, and Sasha and Big Ben trying to dig it out. Remy now going for Jack. Jack's running this one down but can't get to it. Now Remy's going to skate it in. Remy goes a backhanded pass to Sasha. Sasha spins. Whole lot of pressure here. Gets to Big Ben using that body. Not going to be pushed around by kids half his size. Remy throws this one in deep. Jack rims it around looking for Will Federley on defense. Will shifts it back up at Jack. Bandits recover and push out into the neutral zone. Will back there with Remy. Remy recovers, retreats behind our net. Remy skating it. Remy, the outlet pass to Sasha. Sasha trying to get it in the zone. Can't quite do it though. And Bandits back on the rush. They shoot one at the net, not even close, and Elijah just throws a stick out there to bat it aside. Bulls clear this one. This one's way down the ice, but no icing. 4:15 left on the clock. Jack with the forecheck causes them to pull up short, and Sasha gets there to help out. Sasha with the pressure, and now Will Federley from the point. A shot sticked aside by one of the Bandits defenders. Big Ben working in the near side corner. Makes one miss, starts to skate in. He's going to backhand this one deep looking for Jack. Picked up by the Bandits as they clear the zone. Big Ben can't get a handle on it. They're going to throw this one deep into Bulls territory. Nate Key drops back. Nate Key skating around. Got a lot of space here. Nate goes on the rush up the far side boards. Goes through traffic. Backhands a shot, but just barely wide of the net. Pennington's in now. Pennington pressuring. He's got a guy pinned against the boards. Gets over to Sasha. Sasha back to Gus. Gus lines up and fires. And Pennington tried to bat that one down, but that's a high stick. Yep. That is a high stick. So we'll have a face-off down in the Bull zone. Not a penalty, as he didn't hit anybody. He just played the puck in the air with the stick above his waist. So whole new line checking in for the Bulls. No, sorry, not a whole new line. We've got Pennington at center, Parker at left wing, Caleb at right wing. Caleb backhands it up for Parker. Parker can't get a handle on it. He does clear it out of the zone this time, though, and the Bandits go right back at the Bulls. Keegan sends it over for Bay. Bay can't get it out either. Keegan's right there again, stepping up to challenge. Bay Thomas gets a stick on it over to, it's not Keegan, sorry, Caleb. Bandits send it back in deep. Ethan Buck circles around, stops behind our net, assesses his options. Nobody is pressuring him, he just needs to skate. Ethan's going to send a huge pass up for Parker. Gets Parker in the neutral zone. Parker trying to make it into the zone, but he has to pull up, and the Bandits stone him at the blue line. Ethan Buck drops back. Picks this one up. Skates around behind our net. Ethan sends another bullet up for Parker. Some kind of piece of rubber was bouncing around. Here comes Pennington. Pennington skates in on the near side. Gets tripped, no call. They go back to Ethan Buck on defense on this side. Ethan tries to send one. I think he hit the kid in the goob, and that kid goes down. And finally, the refs blow the whistle. That kid, they did. I think that kid got hit in the privates. So we'll stop the clock here for just a second. 1:20 left on the clock in the third. That kid took a hard shot to the breadbasket. Okay, he's up and moving. I know that hurt. Like, Ethan's got a really hard shot, and I know that hurt. All right, 1:20 left on the clock. Bulls take a line change. Fisher's out at center. He's got Jude and Cole Major with him on offense. Back on defense, Remy and Keegan. Bandits exit the zone. Remy steps forward with a challenge up to Jude. Jude gets it on a stick, trying to move through traffic. Can't quite get it in the zone now. Remy has it. Chips a pass up for Cole Major, but he was offsides. 1 minute left. Bulls going to keep the same line out here. Fisher going for the faceoff. Fisher wins it over to Jude. Jude can't keep a handle on it, though, and it's going to get back to Remy. Remy settling it down, sends one up through the center. Cole Major is going to pursue. He gets there. Cole Major trucks a guy. Over to Fisher. Cole Major, and that was a shot from Jude Cody. He acted like it went in, but they're saying no goal. Same line's going to stay out here for the last 7 seconds. And it's going to expire before they really get a good drop. And that's going to be it for your Bulls. Pretty decisive victory here. So we will be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the Bulls taking on the Junior Pred Select. Hope you guys can join us. It's been fun. Y'all have a good night. Go Bulls.